pardon me, in Europe, since it's come into the Valve version of the map, that it's really not an advantage anymore. And in fact, in the last couple of tournaments, it's been a more European-sided map. So that said, pistol round is underway. Look at this. There's going to be a forward aggressive boost here from Fnatic. Olofmeister is going to head up over top. He already spots one going into the big garage. See if he can just wait it out, catch someone else. Going to drop down. Oh, wow, gets right in behind. I don't have any names or kill feeds, so I might have to quickly rejoin the server. But that said, already XP3 down and out. They do catch Olof in return, though, so that's an even trade. Volcano just spamming away through A main onto the site.
And look how pushed up JW is, all the way in the middle B connector. And he's going to get a lot of information if they even try and walk back. He probably heard Rush running up along the side as well. And here comes the kill.
Should be. Yep, there it is. Peeks him out, takes him down really easy. So that's 2 down now for eLevate.
I think the way it's looking is they're probably going to go for a B or an A hit, sorry, with the smokes, yeah, and they got the smokes out. Storm trying to watch the flank, and Volcano takes out JW. That was really nice. And now they're in a 3-on-3. They can definitely take A site. Only one person in A site. Do you think Pronax will be able to stop it from this the quad box? It's looking pretty promising.
Hard to say. He is pushed all the way back. So he's got an opportunity. He's going to get aggressed right away. Manages to take down Warden. That's bombed down as well. And now Pronax is going to look for a second one. Not going to happen, though. And he'll go down. Krim's now the only one remaining for Fnatic, oddly enough. And he's going to have to go in on Storm and Volcano. Bomb will get planted. He's inside the site. They know he's there. They've heard him come through. And he manages to take down Volcano. So now Storm, 67 HP versus Krim's on 25. He's going to walk forward. And he's a little bit slow coming around the corner. And Krim's makes a beautiful headshot and takes him down. So a really good play there.
That would have been a great round for them. They were in a 2v1 and it just didn't happen, you know? But at least they got the plant down. Showed a lot more promise than a lot of their other rounds, so we'll see.
So quick little reboot of the game just to make sure my overlay is working so we can get everything in.
And it looks like they're going for the CZ no armor. That's interesting. I guess because they got the plant, they can buy next round. Yeah, so that makes sense. They're going to go pistols, no armor. And looks like they're rushing towards B, so it's all on Mr. Krims. And let's see if we can get a Flusha view over here.
And there's going to be Flusha pulling out right there with that. FAMAS managing to get one. Going to come around the other side of Checker. Manages to catch out Rush as well, but Warden's already got Krims, and he works inside the site, but Flusha manages to get him as well. So great play by him. And that's going to make it another round going the way of Fnatic. So 2-0 already. And eLevate don't want to follow on in the footsteps that they did in last map. And look, they're going to force buy. They're going to try and catch them by surprise. And in fact, had they have guns there, though they didn't do much to squander Flusha's efforts inside Checker, had they have guns, once they were inside the site, they might have been able to do something with it. But
yeah, but you know, now they've got AKs. They can actually make a play here. They've got a pretty good default setup going on with the bomb outside of B. And looks like they're just holding for pushes. Volcano's in the side door. But Fnatic's setup is so aggressive. You look over at Olofmeister, he's already pushed up into the team middle. Just almost as if he doesn't even have respect for them, just pushing right through the smoke. But
and he's going to see Storm trying to jump up. Wow, but then he gets caught out from the side.
And it bites him in the butt.
The mid presence from Olof and Fnatic is very strong. It's so important in this map because if you open up mid from a terrorist perspective, you can run the vents and get into B very quickly. And you can also, oh, look at Krims. That stack, they're trying to look out the windows at Toxic. Man, oh man, Fnatic in their stacks, I gotta say. But if as I was saying, if the terrorists, Flusha picking up a rush, if the terrorists open up middle, they can use Catwalk, Turnpike, or head in the events, and they've got both sites wide open. So typically, you'll play a pick strategy at either site, open up middle, and rush in, but Olof's not gonna let them do that as he waits it out on A. Bomb slowly lurking back toward A main. Looks like it's in the hands of Warden. So Olof and Pronax will be the first two, only two there, as the rotates will have to come around.
Now it looks like it's going to be a full-on A commit here. They've got some smokes. They smoke off the catwalk, and that's actually all they can smoke off, which is really unfortunate. They smoke off on top as well, but
XP3 and Warden, or Permian Storm, managing to get enough frags just to get inside the site, but now it's all on Krims, who's sitting a truck, and he'll put it into a 1 versus 2. And XP3's got to do all the work. He manages to get the first one on Krims as he comes through the smoke, but the time will expire, And Fnatic will get away with that one. I was surprised they got through because, oh, there it is.
He takes the last kill. At least he gets the kill, and
Absolutely.
he picks up the op.
So they do hold on to that, you're right. But it was interesting that they even got into the site because Pronax and Olaf were in such good positions, but they both worked their way over to quad, left open forklift, and suddenly they were in. So XP3 managed to pick up a frag there. And
you know, the smokes they threw are really good, and I know they actually know another one from playing against them. They threw one on the catwalk, which isolated up top. They threw one down low, so they couldn't be spotted from cat, but then they seem to either have forgotten or they didn't buy a smoke for the CT spawn, and that was really how Fnatic got into the site and killed the planter.
So flush it down and out due to some aggression over at B. He gets caught out with all of the eLevate players in that position. Crims is still lurking inside checkers, and Pronax is rotated around. So A's pretty much wide open, in fact, as the only player over there is Olafmeister, who comes through A main, and XP3 is going to catch him out. So they can work back to that side of the that map really easily, but they've got a 5-on-3 situation. This is looking good for eLevate to, sadly, I say, put their first mat on the board of the entire series.
Their first round.
Their first round, pardon me, that's what I meant. As JW already rotating across. Crims still in middle, so there's a man everywhere to deal with. Still for eLevate. And it looks like B is still going to be the choice of attack for them. Pronax is pushed up in behind the box here. And he may actually pick off more than one if he's patient enough. Volcano going to be the first in, but leaning back, he's going to get spotted out. He manages to get rush as well, but Warden immediately responds, and that will mean that the site's there. Crims has come around. Crims can do all the damage he could. Warden spots him out on Heaven, though. And now JW with the swag 7. It's going to have to be more than just swagtastic if he wants to get back into this. Will swap out for that M4. But eLevate do have the bomb down.
He's better off saving, I think.
JW working in.
Think he's going to go for it?
I don't think so. I don't think he's got the time with 3 players up.
I think he's just going for exit kills.
And I'm actually guessing that applause in the background was for eLevate closing out of the round, and there it is with our delay. Warden finally gets it, so they will be on the board. 3-1 our score. eLevate making a case.
Back.
So they've gone for the AWP on XP3 already, and then it's full rifles. They picked up an M4 apiece for both Warden and Storm. And Fnatic's on the save, so another opportunity for eLevate to put another one in the books if they can do it. We'll see where XP3 chooses to pick, if he heads toward A main or heads toward middle. Looks like A main's going to be his destination. They might boost him over, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Nope. And look how passively he's picking into A as well.
Yeah.
Not even getting up there toward quad. And oh, it might pay off, though, as JW crossed over, but not able to get shot down. And now they know Volcano's inside blue door right now. They could push into him, but they're not going to do it. Pronax, Crims, JW all were at the A sites, as was Olaf, but he's rotated back in the middle. So B was potentially open for business, but not extending their welcome was eLevate, and they're actually going to work toward A main, and it works out well because look at this. All of the rotations have gone toward B. They've got a free site with the exception of Pronax. But again, they're not using the time. They're waiting a little bit too long.
They're waiting a really long time. I think that if they, oh, there's some applause, so we will see.
Yeah, we shan't use that as a spoiler because C9's also playing. So.
That's true. That's true. And
C9's
like,
known to be aggressive.
Here they go for their A execute. They got the smoke in. They got the smoke on top. And they get into the
wow.
site. And the CZ is just so strong.
So Flush is going to come around from middle in behind them. Rush, meanwhile, is going to take down Pronax. And Crims is rotating from B, so JW also now at truck side. He was closer to A, but I think he fell back to wait for his teammates. Wow, that smoke just absolutely nailed Crims. And that's actually going to be an almost perfect smoke as a result because it covers off the entire backside. Storm, meanwhile, catching out Flusha as he comes in from A main. So a 3-on-2. Crims and JW, not much to work with, and likely going to fall off of this one. And just a go for exits. So 3-2 now going to be our score. eLevate 2 consecutive rounds. They're on the board. And on the T side of a cache, that's a great start. I always say it. It is a CT-sided map statistically, but I always say the T side will make or break you. If you have no strats and no preparation on the T side, there's no way you're coming into this map and with any chance at all. So eLevate gets another one.
We saw not too long ago where Fnatic actually got 13 rounds on CT side of cache against, I think it was Virtus Pro or LDLC, and they ended up losing out and going into overtime just because they couldn't put anything together on T side. So seeing eLevate being able to put some rounds together on T side is going to be really important as long as their CT is solid.
Olaf, oh, I thought he was going to get a little more aggressive than that at B, but he's actually going to sit back. They are on the save, so he's going to try and get cheeky inside of Checkers. Volcano's spotted out the fact that Pronax has pushed into blue door. He's already watched him cross, and Pronax with that knife was trying to get the extra money, but Volcano's going to catch him out, and that's going to do that for, do it for Pronax's best efforts, as Volcano tries to spam through that blue door. Catch out any more advantage that they can, but not to be. And he'll fall back. Bomb still outside of A main, as you can see. Warden looming around that. Look at Volcano. Knows all the places he can nade over. That goes right into vents. So that'll push anyone out of there. Unfortunately for him, there's no one in that position. In fact, JW is the only one. Look, they're all playing non-peak spots. JW behind the sandbags, Olaf Meister behind the box, and Checkers in the backside of sight, although Flush has jumped up above. At least he's there to get the position if they need it. And Crims is back by quad, so...
Here they go for that same A execute, except for this time now they're smoking off the site and mollying behind it. That's going to be really good to isolate the site if they can just get these entries here.
Look at Rush pushing through that Molotov. Is going to catch out on Crims. JW, the only one left in the site, over by the forklift. And now Flusha rotating around is going to get taken down as well. So Olaf Meister from middle, trying to pick with that USB, is going to have to do something, or we're going to be looking at a 3-3 game. And that very much looks to be the case. The bomb has already been planted, so...
No armor, no gun.
eLevate in good shape.
No way.
They already know he's rotated the truck, so there it is. Storm's going to get him through the front windshield. And 3-3, so eLevate looks like they've got something in something to play for here on the T side of Cash.
Tied it up. They've gotten 3 more rounds than they got on the last map, and
They're now fighting for contention.
Yeah. Now that said, as we just look at the equipment value, 2 of those wins came on the back of Ecos. So now we're going to go back into a gun round. So we'll see if they can continue on the momentum now. So XP3 is going to have that AWP. He'll work toward B with it. Look at Crimson again. Flusha's going to boost up, so they're going to have that position over top. Oh, they know he's there, and there it is. Look at that. Flusha with a huge shot is going to get one, and now Olaf's going to get boosted up an A. So these guys are playing cheeky now. Likely as a result of 16-0ing, they're getting a little bit confident in trying a few things. So.
And it's a good boost. You can see if they're setting up. It's just a little dangerous if you think they've already gone past that point.
And Olaf still just waiting it out. Has no one really in A main, but Volcano is behind by blue door.
So
You see a lot of teams run a designated blue door person in that position. Swag does it a lot for eye by power because you get good angles on a catwalk and you can distract enough with that door to keep them busy. So no surprise. And here it is again. Volcano's going to Molotov into those vents. Flusha's dropped down now. Crims has worked in underneath of the Heaven balcony, and JW. Oh, and look at that. JW's actually going to get a frag. In middle from behind those sandbags. So Warden down and out. Another shot on Rush. Good control. Look at this. Using one-on-one peeks. He's playing position so well. It can't be possible that they can overwhelm if he plays them like that. An absolute perfect from JW right there as he picks up a hat trick in middle. And Fnatic resume the lead 4-3. And so on the gun round, eLevate does get completely shut down, but they've built up a large economy, and they'll easily be able to buy this time.
And, looks like now they've got the money, they've got the grenades, they've got all of the equipment they need to put another round on the board. If they can tie it up 4-4, they can
Semi-reset Fnatic's money. They're all kind of broke, but now we're just hoping they can bring it back a round or 2.
And they'll go for that. Oh, they were going to go for that boost, but XP3 through the smoke knew exactly where he was. That sound giveaway, and that'll give him the frag. So really advantage again to eLevate, and they look to continue on with that aggression at the A site. Olaf Meister, the only one inside, and he sits behind the red crate. They're going to smoke him off. Now Crims will rotate up. He's got position on the blue door. Volcano's already opened it. Here comes the entry, though. As Crims is going to have to do huge work right now, and they're in. Look at that again, Molotoving off. Olaf's though sitting in that smoke. Watch out, Volcano's going for the plant. Olaf's right there. He can't find the frag, and Volcano puts it down, but JW, in the meantime, is going to get a hat trick and make it now a 4K. He does get the TK through the smoke, and again, that he gets a 4K as a result of rotating late onto the turnpike, and they will get the defuse. So 5-3 now going to be our score. Fnatic getting 2 quick rounds, and I think there's still enough money. Yeah, there is for the terrorists to buy here. So
that plant helps them out a lot.
They should do it.
Gives them a big boost.
And now, looking at it, it looks like XP3. Let's see what kind of weapon he has.
So the economy's been matched, actually.
He's got
counter
the
terrorists
op.
have caught back up.
Still got an op.
And he's still over toward A main. JW
Oh,
gets the better of him, though. That's a great play by JW. He's so aggressive with his AWP. And he's going to get a second one as well, so huge play as he picks up another one in A main. Actually, sorry, that was Volcano, so that was Blue Door. Warden, meanwhile, though, is going to pick up XP3's AWP. He's going to get boosted over in middle to see if he can spot out Flusha, but Flusha, nice shot with the M4.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
And only 2 players remain for Elevate.
And now it's up to King Crims and JW. JW's pushing through that door. Sooner or later, he's going to get the flank if they hang around in middle. If you look at him pushing through the A door, the mid guys are just not really making much of a play here. So
It's actually Pronax who's pushed up even further, but meanwhile, Flusha is going to be the one that gets the kills as they come through Big Garage. And another team wipe by Fnatic. Mind you, Flusha with only 1 HP when they completed that round. So 6-3 going to be our score. Fnatic holding on to the CT side. I won't say with ease. It looked a little questionable there for a couple of rounds, but now they're back into things. Of course, they were trying some pretty awkward boosts that didn't exactly work out.
and it's looking a lot like Mirage, honestly. Elevate has tactics, they have strats, and they have an execution. They have a plan in mind, but they're just having a really hard time getting to that point. And I think that if they can get to that point and they can just hold off the random aggression, then they'll be able to make something happen. But as I say that, they try and get into the site and they just get sprayed down.
Yeah, so a good A cleanup. At least they took down JW, and Flusha will at least retrieve his op. So 7-3 now. No question that Fnatic has decided to take it a little more seriously. They don't want to let this get too close. There's no reason for that.
Yeah.
And they'll close this out, hopefully in 2 maps if they have their way. So 7-3, 11th round. And AK's on the board now for Elevate. 4 rounds lost in a row. They had to save for the 1, and now they're back into it. So they should get the full money bonus at the end of this one. Again, though, they're heading toward A. Look at this. Already
They're showing a lot
pushed
of
in.
promise there. They're just not holding off the post plan. So I think they're just going to stick with their guns and try and improve the post plan.
Flusha going to rotate around. It's going to be JW still in the back of the site doing huge work right now as he manages to so far pick up 2, but just 1 as he goes down. Flusha's got the second one. He actually stole that one out from under the barrel of his gun. And now XP3 does get 1 more on the board, so but look at that bomb down in front of Flusha. He's got the positioning, and now he's got the shot on XP3, and that's going to do it.
They're
8-3.
just not able to finish anything off.
Fnatic's playing in a good spot to rotate quickly. They're always up
Yeah,
turnpike
yeah.
immediately, so.
It's just the feeling of being so close and so far. You get into the site every time, and then you just throw everything else away, and it's rough. But if we take a look at it, JW and Flusha doing big work for Fnatic. JW sitting at a hot 16-6, and Flusha at 14-5. So definitely rotating properly, being in the right spot. They're definitely doing what they need to do properly. And look at this boost over middle.
Crims is already there, and he hasn't dropped down yet. If he does, there is one directly below him. And he knows Storm's obviously inside Big Garage, but look at this. XP3 is going to fall back. XP3 gets taken down. Crims gets 1. He's going to catch Volcano coming around from Blue Door, not quite taking him down. Volcano survives with 24 HP. JW, though, is going to make it 2 now as he catches Volcano as well, peeking out from A main. And Olafmeister, there you go, from B, is going to get 1 more as well. So Warden, the only one left. Rush bowed out just before that. 9-3. Fnatic are taking no prisoners on the second map as well.
9-3, it is getting very slippery on that slope, I'll tell you that. It looks like it could slip away to a 12-3. Hopefully it doesn't. It looks like Elevate's going to be going for a force buy. They've got a Deagle on XP3. Don't know if the Deagle power is with him tonight, but we'll see.
We'll see where he decides to work with that. As Warden already goes down to Crims. Olaf with the op at B. Inside Checker's going to try and make something of nothing. As he peeks out toward the pistols, not going to happen. And now Rush is going to push up past the box and actually gets the frag with the Galil, so good play there. And now he's also going to catch out Crims rotating through. Actually, pardon me, Volcano's going to get that frag. And now Volcano's going to watch that. They know they're all there. That Molotov coming down from heaven, though. As now Flusha, look at that, picking up a double, holding the site all by himself. That's going to slow things down. JW now pushes through And that's going to give him at least one frag, and Pronax on the flank will catch out XP3. So 10 rounds now for Fnatic. And they finally stopped messing around with those boosts, and now they're stringing the rounds together quite easily. Yeah.
Really unfortunate because eLevate got the entry kills that round. They definitely got the kills they need to get in Checker. It just couldn't hold off the site rotate. Fnatic has really great rotates, I'll tell you that. They get really good trade kills. Almost every time someone dies, you know, within 10 seconds, if that, they already have the kill again.
Oh, Flusha almost getting taken down by that that Deagle, but he manages to pick up 2. Olaf, meanwhile, gets one at B, and look at this. He's going to push all the way through the halls, and there it is. He'll close out on Storm. Rush drops to JW at A, and that's going to put 11 now. So Fnatic going back to their ways. They 16-0'd on Mirage, and now they're looking more than in control on Cash.
This is a pretty quick BO3 if it goes this way. Hopefully it doesn't, though.
Off back out for XP3. He hasn't used that in middle at all. He's tried to use that at A, and he's had mediocre success, I guess you could say. He caught them doing that boost on 4 or 5 rounds ago now, but this is where he's traditionally been playing it, and they're not trying to be creative really at all. It's been so much default and so much the same from eLevate. It's not surprising that Fnatic continues to boost them. And look at this, JW is all the way back on top of the quad, and there it is. He's going to get the shot on XP3, and now he's going to look for that second one, a partial blind, but not catching out on Rush. Rush looking toward the door. Volcano comes out, manages to get 2 from that position. Now it's on Flusha to rotate. Volcano's got the hat trick as Pronax goes down as well, so a good entry onto the site from that blue door. Olaf's going to take him down, though. Olaf rotating in for the flank, and can Olaf go ahead and close it out as Rush now in a 1v2, and they've pinched him entirely, and Flusha will get the kill with that CC75. And now it's 12 rounds. That'll conclude the first half, so Fnatic doing a phenomenal job on the CT side as expected.
12-3.
And they'll try and make quick work.
I was really hoping for a little bit more of a showing.
It looked good, but it was quite obvious that Fnatic were playing a little bit different, I guess we'll say.
You know, I don't want to down on my friends. You know, they're all really good players over at eLevate. They know what to do, but it honestly just looks like that both teams know how to play the game. Fnatic's just playing it better. eLevate's not making any crucial mistakes. They're not doing any stupid plays. They're not doing anything without having a plan for it. But when it just comes down to the executions, they're just not making it happen. They're just getting traded too often. They're not getting enough kills without dying. They're not playing their numbers as well as they could. It's just a game of cat and mouse, and they're the mouse.
They aren't even the mouse. They're the cheese that the mouse ate
and
then poofed back out.
Exactly.
And now they're just getting shit on. If that makes sense.
It does.
All right. So eLevate to the CT side, see if they can add to the 3 rounds they've accumulated.
I think we might see a little bit of an aggressive play at one of the bomb sites if we... Oh no, that is a lot over middle.
And it's going to be XP3 that they're trying to force back inside Z. They'll do so successfully, and now they'll work in toward the A site. Volcano's got his hands full as they will exit out of the blue door and come from Cat. Look at that, JW jumping down, gets 1, gets 2. Huge play from him right there as he so much confidence. Now with the bomb down, it's all on Warden, and he's running. He's trying to get away from that knife, and JW comes around the corner and collects him as well. So there's a hat trick again for JW. He leads the way, by the way. 24 frags on the board, and only Volcano in the double digits for eLevate, even 10 for him. So lopsided in every aspect.
Warden almost gets knife and makes sure that he knows that that's out of bounds. Hits him with the lol, no sir.
Yeah, he said, yeah, LOL, no sir.
And yeah, JW has come to play. He is 24-9. He is making plays on both sides of the map. And there he goes, opening up with another frag.
Grimm's will continue the boost as he pushes all the way through. So Warden's in an awkward spot at B. They're coming from every possible angle, and Olaf will catch out Rush as well. So 14 rounds now. Only 2 to go to the GG. And there's absolutely no opportunity for eLevate to buy. I mean, they're going to force. They're going to do what they can and grab Tomas's, but nothing substantial. And it's really all they can do at this point is just
that's all they really can
Hail
hope
Mary.
for is, sometimes you just got to take a stab in the dark, you know? And it gets to the point where you don't want to say, all right, screw this, let's pug it. But at a certain point, especially on T side, you just have to say, okay, we got to free float. We got to see what we can do without as much structure and just see if we can make a play happen.
Nice shot by JW on a Warden, catches him out as he rotates back in. Now it looks like Olaf Meister's going to do work. Meanwhile, Pronak's going to get aggressive with these smokes and go all the way through, catch out Volcano inside spawn, and there it is. Crims will get XP3, so I can't even that's too big of a number for me to even do the math. How many match points is that? 13?
Yeah.
So, or 12, I guess, because we go to 15, but. So, Fnatic have made very, very quick work of this second map and this entire series. And undoubtedly, they want to get their #1 world ranking back from LDLC. And they came into this tournament as heavy favorites, and they want to send a message to absolutely everyone that's here. And so far, they have Boost coming up. Olaf's going over top. Looks like XP3 is going to be the one to try and face onto him. Olaf's just sitting back. Meanwhile, Pronax catches out on Russ. Let's see if Olaf's going to continue all the way through. As Crims pops out of the blue door. Volcano's at, pardon me, at Forklift. JW catching out one. In the meantime, Volcano's going to get one. There it is. Crims finally responding. Enters into the site. Realizes there's no one really here as Warden's at middle and Storm's still all the way over at B. So this is looking like the icing on the cake, despite that it is a 3-on-2 situation. Not a lot of guns for eLevate. The bomb will go down. Olaf, though, meanwhile, is going to drop to Storm. Crims realizes he's there and throws out that smoke. The bomb finally gets planted by Flusha.
And it looks like the dream was alive at one point, and the slippery slope was too much. Flusha with another kill.
Yeah, easy shot, and there it is. Crims will fire away on Storm, climbing up onto the catwalker. So, 16-3, 16-0. Fnatic makes very, very easy work of eLevate in the first best of 3, and now they'll move forward and face off against, who did we say? I think it's